We're just gonna, you know, if we review it twice, then we review it twice. Fuck it. Doing it live. So this is Letovi. Actually, it has 14 views, so I'm almost scared that I did do it. Either way, this is Letovi. He's at basically 2,600. He's doing some out of Junkrat and Nepal. Let's see how he does.
Oh.
All right. So here we go. All right. So far, so good. You missed a grenade, no big deal. That shit happens.
Alright, one play. Nice.
So far, so good. You haven't zoomed in at all yet, but that's fine. Projectile Ana is not terrible.
Yeah, there. They one on main, which is Chro, so be careful.
Oh, that's a quick ult. Not much you can do about that. I'm just glad you didn't get hit with it. Good stuff.
Very behind.
Okay, that's not bad. So far not bad. You did have some people die on the other point than you.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
I don't know if, like, I don't even think hanging back a little bit would have fixed that. Because with the Genji Tracer, if you hang back too far, you're going to be picked off. Yeah, that happens.
Genji in the background.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
View stream from 3 weeks ago? Good toss. Don't worry so much about hitting him. There you go. That was really good job. I think that was good. You hit a couple guys with your bionic grenade on your team, and you hit the Genji. With the Winston around a Genji, you know, once he gets hit from that, is it 80 damage? No, I forget what is it. Grenade's what, 60? No, it's still 100. I forget. But good multi-prong grenade. Alright, not bad. 60 damage. I thought I was right at 60.
Score 1-0. Game on.
Look after yourself out there. I'll get us home safe.
Alright. Sorry for watching this a little bit.
Mountains. I wish I could go climbing.
I'm scouring for that
Get in there. I'll keep you.
Team Chro review.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Ambitious?
Monkey.
Stick with your tanks. So this is one thing you have to, I think every healer will come up to this in their career sometimes, is at a certain point you're going to pick who dies and who lives.
They still very low.
And usually it's better for you to stick with your tanks, keep your tanks alive, and with you keeping your tanks alive,
We may need to pick up a reef that when somebody hasn't been.
it really secures the front line so everyone else can still do their job.
You're going to.
Just in case he has to become.
And you probably need to use your hit scan when fighting against a tracer. Okay, there you go.
They're going right side, right side. Oh no, they have one left. Yeah, Genji.
Okay, there you go.
Pressure low. Around point.
So, yeah, again, you gotta have to figure out when to do DPS or not.
1 kilo.
So I think with that main change to... That was actually a really good bionic grenade. Fuck that Genji. Ever since the change from Ana's damage from 80 to 60, it's not frowned upon to be DPS Ana, but it definitely is less effective.
Better than a commander on a beat.
And with you holding the left side, there's no one in front of you, so you probably want to be positioned more in the center or somewhere where you can run to a tank very quickly. You know, someone to give you a little bit of assistance.
It's going to be okay.
Hmm.
We're still contesting for 99%.
At this point, I'm going to assume you lost the point and you guys are just trying to get every little inch you can out of this.
I got you.
Get in there.
I got you.
Good job.
Oh, fire.
Fire.
I think you're playing pretty good right now because for all purposes, I consider this point dead a while ago. To the point like I don't even know if using your ult there was needed.
This is my
You guys are still fighting tooth and nail for it.
So we're just gonna keep feeding into them. Let's regroup. Or no.
I have your back.
All right, that's definitely point there. All right, yeah, now you can get the fuck out of there.
Fire monkey was too much of a problem for them, so they picked up the reset.
The good news is you're at 40% ult, and they used
What everyone's gold hat.
an ultimate. Woof, that was close. For your May, that is.
Привет.
Again, not much you can do about that. At the higher ranks, actually, Tracer has such an insane success with her ultimate.
Watching your back.
I hope the mid. Let's fire.
That was close.
Focus on
I
their
think you're... Oh, man. Alright, you got a little bit of a class swap going on.
Nano boost almost ready.
So the fair is being a big pain in the ass. I always hate making that decision to go from DPS on to... Or healing on to DPS on. Healing should definitely be your first priority. Alright, that's a good pick. Yeah, 2 picks.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah, still going guys, come on.
Get in there.
That's cool.
Why?
Big bang. Damn. Ah! I think you guys had the right idea there. I think Alting the soldier, I think, was fine. Especially since it could help him get up ult. You don't have to wait for it. I think some people forget about that part of the ult, is that you do build up ult charge faster because you're doing more damage, obviously. And with the Pharah and the other DPS classes that they're hanging around with, I think it was a proper choice. It was all right. Yeah. But every time you try to help this Hanzo out, he's getting killed. He's getting dove by Genji Tracer, and healing through that's going to be tough.
Junkrat.
This guy randomly chucks his grenade a lot. Usually at the start, I can see it. It's like, all right, it does take you like 8 seconds to hit the combat. Oh. And he goes the old Junker. He's just upset. I do like how you yell about the Pharah and the Hanzo, and you pick a Junkrat. Which is okay. If you can do it. I like the trap. I would actually reposition your trap now, because... Good. Very good. Very good. Because right now, with your trap staying on the other side, it doesn't matter. Like, no one's going to be there, and even if it was, it would take you a little bit to act that far away. And now that you're greedy, yeah, perfect. As soon as you move up, then start throwing traps. You're good. Good. I like how you backed up now. Okay, so you're doing traps very, very well. I've seen diamonds and masters use their trap less efficiently. When you're throwing your mine, you're going to start throwing it a bit higher. Also with your primary shots. Tire that. Oh, man. So I knew some of your team was dead, and I agree with you tiring there, maybe a little bit faster.
She just wasted her ult.
But now you have to. Now everyone's going to be back. The thing with the tire there is any of your teammates were alive. If you could have got a little bit more with that, it would have been great. It's trapped. Double.
Yeah, good job. Just we can do it. We'll do it.
So the soldier's 1v1ing the Zarya and loses, but, you know, good passive. He killed 2 people with it.
Just wait. Oh no, we have 14.
Yeah, you're shooting very, very low for no reason. Almost all of these shots should be about, like... All of your shots should be right about here. Man, you're getting fucking crazy kills with your passive. Yeah, your shots definitely need to be a lot higher. Especially your concussive grenades. Your concussive mines. Those have to be thrown significantly higher. Bet you I agree with that on the Ana one. Yeah, you're still looking down. It's actually throwing me off. Maybe it's because how I always shoot. Perfect. So, did you see the Lucio boop does not... Junkrat's basically immune from... he's immune to knockback in a lot of cases. Like, it's actually irritating me how low you're shooting now. As far as I'm concerned, if anyone else shoots this low, if this is a Junkrat, this is what you're looking like. You're shooting almost 45 degrees down, in my opinion. I know you're probably shooting like that, a little bit lower, but I mean, it should always be like that. It should definitely be higher than it should be. So they're trying to flank. So already you know they're trying to flank. The Genji got stuck in the trap over here. Right, here's the point. There's that little backroom deal. The Genji got trapped here, and then he retreated this way. Most likely, because him and Tracer, what they've always been doing is flanking, and also there's the Lucio over here. I would say throw your trap, you know, back right flank. Printing trucks on. I would worry about the ground game. Trap? Okay. Trap tire immediately.
My genius is finally.
Go to the right. So you do have this habit of waiting like 3 extra seconds before you're ulting, and maybe that's because you're just thinking about what's going on. But yeah, tires, if you're that close in, have to be just split-second decisions. Just immediately do it. Also, don't worry about the Pharah if she's out of striking range. I know you went for her, but there's 2 ways to fight the Pharah. Either kill her entire team so your team can just kill her, or, you know, kill her directly. Most of the time, it's better to fight everyone else. Hey, we got a sub in that time. So, it's 111 for 7 months! Hi there, Chro. How are the reviews going? Okay, I fucked up a couple of reviews at the start, what we did before. But going well. But thank you for the 7 months, man. It's a long time to support me. Major winners, there is a review command in chat if you want to look at that. Or someone should answer your question. It's go through Discord. Genji's behind you. Yeah, you're still aiming very, very low. Good try. Now that you're moved up, yep, trap, perfect. Oh, I think I would have kept that trap. That was very, very risky to move up like that.
He's up pocket. Be careful.
Okay. If you're gonna put your back to a doorway, just make sure you're listening for that. Also, if you're trying to be sneaky, obviously shooting tells everyone where you're at. Ooh, this is tough. You put yourself... okay. Get out of there.
Okay.
Alt. Or you don't? Okay. So whenever Genji ults, it's usually a good idea to ult.
Creeper. Hey, Lemo. I booked him into that. Get mercy.
Good job. Okay. I think all these shots are decent. Yeah, concussive mine. Yeah, help this Lucio out. I would tire. They have to make a move on point right now, so you have to tire. Good job. Arrow to your left. Perfect. Yeah, so when using tire, always, or any ults for that matter, in Overwatch, remember that there is a timer in King of the Hill. There's a timer in everything, technically, right? If they're forced to move on point, then tire, and they're forced to move into the tire, right? Found the Diva review from Smexology review from the 14th of August. Man, you guys are the fucking greatest.
Let me get you patched up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 5. Action.
Ammo boosted makes your tire stronger. It does not. Just like how Torb doesn't do extra damage with this turret. Okay, so there's only one guide this way. Your team can handle that, so don't worry about looking this way. In fact, this is the wrong way to look. On Nepal, this place, I forget what it's called. Obviously, your best shot is this way, but your better shot, the better than the best shot, is this way. So if we draw this point, here's the point. Back room. Kind of goes like this. Something like this. Fuck it. This is from a top-down view. Now, if we look at it from a sideways view, and like the staircase goes up like this, there's the platform, it goes like this. What you want to be doing is you want to be shooting so that it takes up essentially this entire arc. Right? You want it to hit the most space possible, right? Because you're technically denying, if you shoot right over here, like if we're looking at the screen, I mean, you're shooting, you're maintaining this, like there's an actual width to it. I guess I can do it on this right here. So like there's an actual width to the projectile. So you're actually denying this area on this sideways one. It's actually a lot of area you're covering. But since everyone's usually looking this way and they have an ability to dodge it, if you're right here and you shoot this way, let me make the line straighter. Straight line. There we go. This is a very, very deadly spot because everyone's usually chilling at the staircase. And let's say the staircase starts here, goes to here. Usually people are, up here and they're looking this way. This shot is incredibly deadly. The one issue about that spot is it does make you more out in the open if they are holding the right side. So if they're all clumped up over here, you're good. But if they're all clumped up on this side, I wouldn't be here and shoot this way. As they rotate, you want to rotate with them. So if they're putting pressure this way, you want to put pressure. You want to put pressure this way. So as they were attacking over here, you could have been at this point. You could have trapped just in case anyone engaged on you, and then fall back if you ever get attacked.
Benji low.
Take the point. Don't worry, I got it.
Watch the boop. Keep going, bro.
So your team's fighting on point. Worry about the on point people more than the Pharah. You just want chance of success to hit. All right, perfect. She stopped moving and she ate your grenade when she ulted.
Never got my ult out in time.
Right there is actually, these are good angles too right here. Where you can shoot straight down that choke point. That Mercy's still with you. She's right by you, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah, you forgot about the Mercy. I could tell the Mercy was in there just from what happened previously. Like, I saw the Mercy go in there and she had nowhere to go. And I was like, alright, she's probably still in there. You kind of forgot about her, but that's just situational awareness stuff.
That sniper.
Sniper's to your left. You saw the trail on that shot. Sniper's right to your left. There she is. You should know exactly where she's at right now and start going for her. Yeah, too late.
Yep, that'll be hard.
The problem was, is not only did she ult, but since you shot, she knew exactly where you were. Because the same was true for her. She shot, and you knew exactly where she was.
So just regroup. And I change it.
So if you're going to try to kill someone on a flank that's alone and they're looking somewhere else, don't shoot.
Should be pretty good, but we're still-
As soon as you get exact information where they're at.
Right side, flank around. Instead of going.
Yeah, the problem now is that you have to get to mid first before you can attack her. Get that Genji right above you. Mercy's right below you. You can hear her.
On point.
Yep. Good job.
Widow's still there.
Good job. These are all good shots.
Genji behind.
Your accuracy is alright. It's just the aiming too low. Genji's right behind you. Okay, someone else got him for you.
Listen, B. When you shoot at the side, it will start to go there to me. Ow! Let you shoot that there.
That Widow's gonna be a big pain in the ass. That sets you up for it. Okay. I would actually find a corner and ult. At this point, there's so many variables. They're on so many sides of you. This is good, though. Just ult and get. You have to get this shit out of here. There you go. That works. The Genji's in there. Alright, he died.
Good shot.
Aww. But she died anyways. There's something to your right. Oh, no one got it. Alright. So it actually was a victory. I must pass through, but whatever. It happens sometimes. Let's pull this up. So, first of all, aim higher. Almost 90% of the time, you were aiming very low. You're relying on bouncers, which I don't like because as soon as the grenade usually hits a wall or any surface, it loses momentum, so it slows down.
My genius is finally recognized.
Your traps, well, your movement, I should say your movement, you were getting into the middle of things. And I don't like that. So that last point, I think it's because they were actually in so many places, which was actually their detriment. Essentially, they had too many people around you. Meaning, as long as two people went attack at one of the person that was around you, basically they're so thin, right? Here's the point. Like, I think the Reaper was here, someone else was here, that a guy here, and the rest of their team was here. All you have to do is take 2 or 3 of your friends and crush one side, crush another side. Right? You can pick any one of those to kill. But you were kind of fighting the Reaper, but at first you're fighting like some people up here, over here. There's your soldiers messing around with someone over here, and then there's a Reaper behind you. And at that point, I like to use Tire. And what I do is I just find one guy, kill him. Just be like, get out of here. All right, now this is much more simpler. Now you can kind of deal with these variables. But when you're completely surrounded like that, if your team doesn't handle it well, it can be the end of everything. Yeah. So careful about that. I guess that falls under positioning. Other than positioning, let's see here. You were, yeah, I think the middle part was a little rough. Also, no, that was the Ana that you're doing you're too far away. So on the Ana, you only did it for 1 round, so I really can't critique your Ana performance. But from what little bit of information, like as Ana, you were holding a flank by yourself, and that left you open to getting attacked. You had vulnerabilities. You needed to be behind your tanks more. I think in both cases, you were like chilling out here while your entire team was on the point, and then they just came over and killed you. Yeah, you kind of just handed yourself to them. Your trap usage was actually good for the most part. Yeah, I think every time I wanted to use a trap, you would use it. You did have a little bit of hesitation with your ults and other stuff like that, but that's fine. At lower levels, you're trying to think, like, is this a good time to ult? And you kind of question it too much. But you ulted kind of at the right times, but a little slow, like 4 or 5 seconds slow. And 4 or 5 seconds matters tremendously. There's a difference between getting a team wipe or them just hitting your, shooting your tire out of the sky. Well, information sound is a big one. There were multiple upon multiple times where I heard people around you and you didn't know. Turn on your sound, listen for those footsteps. It helps immensely. Like, I knew that Genji was behind you, but your team handled him. The Mercy that was behind you when you're below. When you're above the Mercy, I could hear the Mercy below you. I don't know if you heard that or you just like wanted to kill someone down there. But I definitely knew the Mercy was there. Yeah, it really, really helps you just get a bearing on what's around you. Logistics on your skill usage. Because of mine was fine. I'll just give you an okay for that. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. Trying to think. Trying to think. Alt usage seemed fine. We talked about that. We talked about your positioning. You were really far up in the middle. Yeah, so this is kind of what I tell everyone at this level. Adopt a strategy that I do. Or if you want to try it, this is what you can try. And you cleave towards, pick a side and then cleave towards the center. So essentially, like, make sure a flank is safe and then deal with the stuff on center. And why do we do this as Junkrat? 1, flanks are usually in closed areas. So this part of it is usually safer for a Junkrat. Once you secure the closed-in area, you have no fall-off damage. So use your no fall-off damage to deal with what's ever at midfield or the other flanks and assist your team from there. This is kind of 2 birds with 1 stone, is holding a flank, making sure your side is safe, and also while still attacking the primary. Remember, Junkrats, I consider them a support DPS. DPS. And what I mean by that is you can attack the back lines from the back lines. Both teams are like positioning here and they got the supports back here. You can attack their backlines from your own backlines while remaining completely safe. You force resource usage out while staying completely like non-committal. That's Junkrat's greatest strength, by far. It's this non-committal of resources, and they're forced to commit resources to it because your damage is so high. Yeah. So yeah, cleave to pick a side and cleave towards the center. And someone asked, do I do quick play reviews? I do not. You have to. You want to do comp. And most of the time, I want it to be a loss. This guy slid through. I think he was a high priority review, probably. But yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, I think you're doing well. I want you to aim higher. This is the big one. And start landing your shots directly. And I want to see what type of effect it has on you. I think your traps are actually really good. Sound, yep. Other information. Don't get surrounded. Don't get surrounded. And this has to do with your positioning about being in the middle of stuff all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Not bad.